I'm sorry.
Ito ang Broad Streamcast Communicators, ang naiiba at kakaibang plataforma sa digital broadcast. Mula Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao hanggang sa iba't ibang dako ng mundo. Broad Streamcast Communicators, ang sandigan ng sambayanan mula sa walang labis at walang kulang na pagbabalita, paglilingkod, maglalahad ng mga mapagbuong komentaryo at usaping pambayan para sa kapakanan ng karamihan. Broad Streamcast Communicators, tuwirang maglilingkod ngayon hanggang sa susunod na henerasyon. Buhay Online, chikahan at kalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, chikahan at kalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techie Mami, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hello, happy Thursday, everyone. Sorry, I'm a bit late. That just had to fix some technical glitches again. But hello. Magandang umaga po. Happy Thursday to everyone. Ayan na naman na. Thursday na naman ulit, right? Napakabilis ng panahon. And I see some hearts floating by, but I don't see the names. Hello, whoever's joining me for this program ngayon. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Buhay Online. Of course, I've been getting some emails po, again, asking about the online jobs that people are currently doing, the ones that are viable at feasible. Because, of course, alam po natin na right now po, as a lot of people lost their jobs, there's also people naman who have new jobs or have found new careers because of this pandemic situation and working from home and staying home most of the time. And one of those jobs, of course, is online training, online teaching, not necessarily teaching a second language, but a lot of work that you can do online, which is, of course, in social media marketing, digital marketing is rampant po yan ngayon because syempre, right, a lot of businesses have to establish their online presence and they need the help of graphic designers, right, SEO optimizers or SEO optimization specialists, and also ano ba yan? Also online teachers, not necessarily just English as a second language, but also teaching academic subjects. Yung pag-tutor po, naging online na, right? And marami pa hong iba. But we're not going to talk about that today because kasi meron po akong gustong mga idaling na mga resource persons to talk about that in different fields. So, pag maayos ko po yung schedule, tomorrow we will feature them. Or if not, sa Monday na po. Like a whole series of that we can do on Monday. Hello there, Yang Olikad. Good morning. Good morning, and thank you for joining us this morning. Salamat, Yang. Welcome to Buhay Online. Okay, so again, what are we going to talk about today? Maraming bagay, no? Marami naman talaga. There's a lot of interesting things that's happening. In technology, right? And of course, the virus is still there, the Omicron virus. There's good news about that. It was found out, of course, after studies and clinical tests and all, that the Omicron virus, the effect is not as fatal as, of course, the previous viruses that came about, the variants, right? They said, of course, lalo na because most people are vaccinated. Just like the coronavirus na ah, na pag na-infect, right, depende kung asymptomatic or kung gano'ng ka-serious yung effect or the how hard you are hit. They said that the Omicron virus daw, mild naman daw yung symptoms, or actually halos walang symptoms. Pero, they said that you will recover easily. It's not man masyadong death-defying as in fact, the first variant of the virus. They said because of vaccination or being vaccinated, you'll get better, easier, or faster from this Omicron variant, right? Tsaka yun na nga, everybody is gearing up to get their booster shots. Ako hindi pa kasi sa next year pa ako because 'di ba you have to wait 6 months. They said if you were if you were injected yung J&J, 3 months lang ang efficacy noon, so pwede na kayo magpo-booster shot. I just heard, I'm in Pampanga now, I don't know about Metro Manila and all. There's going to be free booster shots being given again sa Robinson Star Mills Mall dito sa Pampanga on December 16th, 15th, and 16th. So those who need to avail of that, please, make yourselves available. Kasi nga, namimigay na ng mga libreng booster shots, right? So yeah, as I was just talking about it, no, ito yung issue na yan na nasa akin, ayan. Does Omicron bring milder COVID compared to other variants? Ito po yung news the other day. But as I was at a gathering last night, some people in the medical field were there, so they were the ones who told me na hindi daw masyadong serious yung effect nitong Omicron variant, right? So, going back to this article, okay, few days ago, the Omicron variant, okay, is now spreading now in South Africa and detected in over 30 other countries, has of course prompted fears, no? Maraming sa ating nabahala because it could significantly undermine the effectiveness now of the vaccines against COVID-19. Yet, as scientists race to understand the full consequences of this Omicron, some are also asking whether this new version of the virus might cause milder illness than its predecessors. Okay? While the caution that is far too early to draw conclusions, this is what we know so far. Okay? Evidence from the initial cases of the new variant is limited kasi, right? Inaaral pa rin to. Pero yung news na nakuha ko sinabi ko kanina is news that I gathered last night. This news that I'm talking about came about a few days ago, okay? Kasi among 70 cases reported in Europe that included information on disease severity, half of the patients had no symptoms and half had mild symptoms. Yun nga yung sinasabi halos walang symptoms itong Omicron virus na ito, no, na nagkakapag na-infect. According to a report on Thursday, past Thursday, last week, by the European Center for Disease Prevention and Control, there were no cases of severe disease, hospitalization, or death. Okay. However, the European agency said it would require data on hundreds more of cases, no, marami pang kailangan i-test para to accurately tell us kung ano yung effect nitong virus na to sa atin. Okay, so they would need hundreds more of cases to accurately assess disease complications, estimating that could take several weeks pa. In addition, most cases detected in Europe so far have been in younger people who were fully vaccinated, okay? Making them less likely to suffer severe illness, all right? In South Africa, where the daily number of reported COVID-19 cases doubled on Wednesday to 8,500. Ito, nung Wednesday, 8,561. But yesterday, I was talking to a colleague from South Africa, one of my ESL colleague teachers, and she said that yesterday it hit 10,000 na. ang infection sa South Africa. Okay. And according to this study or this news article that I'm talking about, uh, as of last Wednesday, 8,561 ang nakuha number of infections for ito symptoms to for reinfected patients and those infected after vaccination, okay? But they appear to be experiencing mild symptoms, okay? Some evidence from South Africa suggests that it may actually cause more mild, okay, milder symptoms pa daw. I caution you that a lot of patients South Africa initially were among young university students. Sinabi ito ni Dr. Carlos Del Rio, an infectious disease expert at Emory University in Atlanta, said on Thursday during an online briefing from the Infectious Disease Society of America. Okay? So sorry, nangangawit kasi yung aking leg talaga. Ay, talaga. Because being sitting all day, right, really, you get like stiff neck, but you gotta exercise yourself now. I have these exercises that I found on the internet regarding how to exercise even when you're sitting down, so that you don't have to have all the stress from your shoulders and your neck sa mga trabahong ginagawa kagaya ng ginagawa ko, right? But anyway, sa ibang araw na natin pag-usapan yung mga exercise na yan. Let's go back, continue my talk about this Omicron virus, okay? Is what we don't know and what we know, okay? Let's talk about it. Is Omicron a less fit version of coronavirus? While data on real-world infections continues to emerge, scientists are conducting laboratory studies to decipher this Omicron. The variant has about 50 mutations, okay, not seen in combination before, including more than 30 mutations on the spike protein the coronavirus uses to attach to human cells. Vaccines in current use target that spike protein. Okay, so typically when viruses accumulate a lot of mutations, they lose some fitness. Ito ang sinabi ni Dr. John Wary, director of the Penn Institute for Immunology in Philadelphia. Okay, certain Omicron mutations may impair the ability of the virus to cleave, changing the behavior of the spike protein, sabi niya. Hi there, hello there, Jake. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Many hearts and kisses to you too. Welcome, welcome, Jake. All right. Okay, so Jake, magfa-face-to-face studies, magfa-face-to-face schooling na ba kayo sa school nyo? Because a lot more schools are being added to the roster of the pilot, yung pilot na face-to-face classes, mag-a-add pa rin daw. Like by next year, a lot more schools are gonna open up. Is your school gonna open up already, Jay? Anyway, so yeah. So let me know, okay? So anyway, some scientists have theorized that the Omicron may have developed over a period of months in an immunocompromised individual, such as an HIV patient in South Africa. If so, the virus adapted not to kill that host, Wary said. Very good. So Jake, nag-survey na, no? Para kasi yung survey last time kasi, ang big percentage pa rin ng mga magulang ayaw, di ba? Ayaw pumayag na papasukin yung mga anak nila. So, nag-survey na sa school nyo. Because here sa Pampanga, yung some private schools are already, and universities are already going to open this next semester, right? So, yeah, hopefully, right? Because as the infections continue to decline, okay lang yun. Ang importante dyan kasi is hindi magkaroon ng increase yung number of infections. So far, wala pang balita regarding the second week of open face-to-face classes na yung sa mga private school that opened November 21, 22. If anyone was infected. But anyway, we keep our fingers crossed, of course, and pray that, it will continue to be that, na zero. Because, kasi ayun na nga the reality is, nowadays, parang wala nang virus kung kung mag-behave ang mga tao, like especially in Metro Manila when they lowered the lockdowns and the alert level. Hala, sige ng pasyal. I heard, no, because the people I was talking with last night were in Manila lang, okay, and in the States. And yun, so even sa Amerika, parang wala nang virus yung mga tao. Mag-behave. No, hindi na nagmamaskara to some places. And here in the Philippines, people go out of town, go to Tagaytay, or even the malls are getting full already. Pati yung mga buffet, bukas na, and all that. Scary pa rin, di ba? Kasi the fact remains that the viruses are still out there and you can still get infected even if you're vaccinated. So please, huwag tayo maging complacent, okay? Let's still observe the safety and health protocols that we've been doing to protect us from the virus until such time happens na para na lang siyang flu na kailangan natin ng annual flu shot. Kasi for now, anong reality dyan? Every 6 months, we gotta get the vaccine because the efficacy nga wanes or fades or wala nang visa after that. Tapos, di ba, yun, then check your antibodies kung nadagdagan, di ba? Because we only need 50, less than 100 antibodies to fight this virus. And some people, di ba, pa-injection yun. Meron daw kaming kakilala na 7,000 na yata yung antibodies na sa kaka-injection. Saka yun, nag-double-double na yung injection. Kasi yung Moderna daw is the most potent and strongest medicine. So kung booster shot mo ay Moderna, dapat daw half dose na lang ang ilagay sa'yo dahil napakalakas. But anyway, so yun ang dyan, right? So let's talk about the Omicron virus again. So I was saying, doon daw na trace sa South Africa, somebody with HIV was able to get it. Immunocompromised siya kasi nga may HIV siya. So the virus adapted not to kill the host. Hindi siya namatay. There are competing theories that the latest variant evolved from an animal host. Ayun daw. Sinabi sa animal galing. So will Omicron be the dominant variant? All right. The other central question surrounding Omicron is whether it will overtake the Delta variant, which still accounts for the overwhelming majority of known infections worldwide. Kasi nga, this Delta variant is spreading fast. It spreads faster. Diba? At saka ina-attack yung lungs. If Omicron does become dominant but causes milder illness, it could mark a turning point, right? Totoo. Kung totoo yan talagang news na yan, mas mabuti kung ang Omicron virus lang ang nagsispread kasi nga hindi fatal yung kanyang effect, right? So mas baka dahil dyan mag-spike down lalo yung mga death rate, diba? So if Omicron does become dominant, right, but causes milder illness, it might really be a turning point for all of us, the whole world, right? A turning point towards the virus eventually becoming a seasonal threat na lang, like influenza. Like yun na nga that is what we hope to achieve na parang maging normal na lang siyang flu, that we get a flu shot every year. But for now, with the existing conditions and prevailing situation, okay, we have to have a vaccine or a shot every 6 months. Kasi nga yung efficacy ng mga gamot, ganun lang. Hi, Angelica! Hello, Angelica! Welcome to the show, Angelica. Ba't ba doon ako sa aking laptop. Sa cellphone ako nagkakaway, dapat sa camera like this, right? Anyway, so yeah. So, happy Thursday! Yes, happy Thursday, Angelica. It's a good day out. It's nice and cool kung nararamdaman nyo na yung cold air, feeling, hindi na kailangan pumunta sa Tagaytay. So, ayan na naman yung allergy ko. Dito sa Pampanga, lately, ang weather, parang Tagaytay levels. Like last night, no? We were out sa house ng cousin ko. And yung bahay niya, so airy. Binuksan namin lahat ng bintana. No need for aircon and fan. It was pretty cool, right? This climate change works both ways, right? Pero yun na nga, yung mga countries na hindi naman nakaka-experience ng winter all the time, right now, feeling ko, it feels like fall weather at least, kinda. Pero hindi pa rin no, masyado malamig. Pero it's pretty cool. For the Philippines, this is not bad at all. It's like Tagaytay levels na weather dito sa Pampanga. Okay, I don't know lang sa Metro Manila, but it's really cool in the mornings and especially at night too. There's a breeze pa blowing, ang sarap. Anyway, so yeah, until it becomes a seasonal threat na lang to Omicron, parang flu, an infection, okay, uh, we have to keep testing, right, and finding out more about this virus. The European Union's Public Health Agency said on Thursday the Omicron variant could be responsible for more than half of all COVID-19 infections in Europe within a few months. While the research into Omicron is underway, disease experts say people must remain vigilant pa rin against the coronavirus by getting either initial vaccinations or booster shots as well as wearing masks pa rin in indoor or crowded settings, ventilating rooms, and washing hands. See? So yun na nga, ganun pa rin dapat ang gawin, right? Okay? So, ano naman, on the good note na naman tungkol dito sa COVID, alright? COVID-19 cases in Metro Manila down to, tada, 105 every day. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, right? It's down to 105. The number of new COVID-19 cases in Metro Manila has continued to decrease with the Octa Research Group projecting a good Christmas season. Pero wag nga mag-abuso, right? Kasi napunta nga kami sa mall, Diyos mio, yung mga tao, sa grocery na lang, dikit-dikit na rin. Pero yun na nga, may maskara tayo. Of course, hindi naman tayo, basta wag niyong ibaba yung maskara nyo o nasa public place kayo. If you're in an enclosed environment, do not put down your face masks pa rin because you can still get the virus, right? So, yeah, social distancing para wag lumipad sa inyo or tumikit sa buhok niyo or whatever. But yun na nga, in the grocery stores, in the malls, put your face masks on, all right? Okay? Belated happy birthday to Maricel, Cel, okay? And sino pa bang may birthday? Ako hindi ko na yung listahan ko. Mamaya ko na lang i-greet because I can't see my list right now because I'm broadcasting. But so citing data from the Department of Health, Octa said yesterday the National Capital Region recorded an average of 105 new cases of COVID-19 per day from December 1 to 7, down from 123 cases the week before. All right? So, yan, di ba, kumonte. The number of new COVID-19 cases translates to an average daily attack rate of 0.74 per 100,000 population. Considered as very low, ano ba yan? Sorry. Considered as very low based on Octa's metrics. Octa said, okay, other indicators such as reproduction number, healthcare utilization, and positivity rates are also within the ideal standards. Metro Manila has been classified now as very low risk based on COVID ActNow.org metrics used by the independent research group. Good news, di ba po? Patuloy pa ho tayo magdasal at mag-asa. Let's continue to hope, okay, that this continues to decline, yung number of infections, hanggang sa maging 2 digits, hanggang sa maging 1, hanggang sa maging 0. Okay? Pero at least, ayan, para pwede na rin tayong mabuhay ng almost normal, yun na lang, with the maskara pa rin, right? As long as hindi pa nako-contain tong virus na to at nako-control natin yung pag-spread at saka yung efficacy ng mga gamot. Okay, according to Octa, 11 local government units were tagged as very low risks, okay? Ito yung mga cities in Metro Manila that are low risk, okay? These are Malabon, okay? Navotas, Caloocan, Pateros, Valenzuela, Marikina, Marikina where I'm from, my hometown, Manila, Parañaque, Pasay, Las Piñas, and Mandaluyong. Muntinlupa, Makati, Quezon City, Pasig, Taguig, and San Juan were classified as low risk, primarily due to healthcare utilization and average daily attack rate. Okay? Okta has said Filipinos may expect a better holiday season with a continued decline in COVID-19 cases due to mass vaccination, effective implementation of the alert level system, and public compliance with health protocols. Pero nakakapagtaka lang, right? Because we've been doing that for the past year and a half, okay? Pero hindi bumaba ng ganun kabilis. So, pwede ba nating sabihin it's attributed to the fact that most people are vaccinated? Sa tingin ko, hindi masyado. Sorry speculative lang. Pero I think it's either fake tong mga numbers or finake yung mga ano or whatever, something. But at the end of the day, what's important is kung totoo man talaga to, thank you Lord, okay, that the infections have gone down. Kasi diba, from thousands and thousands sa isang araw, biglang bumaba ng ganun kabilis, parang drastic. Anyway, pero thank you so much. So, Pateros is now COVID-free. Meanwhile, the municipality of Pateros has maintained its COVID-free status for 5 straight days. Good job for you, Pateros. As of December 4, Pateros has not recorded any case of COVID-19 based on data from the Municipal Health Office. It is the first local government in unit sa Metro Manila to achieve such a status. Good for you, Pateros. To ensure that Pateros will remain free of COVID-19, Mayor Miguel Ponce III said the local government would continue implementing health protocols, especially during the Christmas season. Pateros has registered a total of 7,952 COVID-19 cases, with 7,846 recoveries, 106 deaths, and 0 active cases since the pandemic began in March 2020. Good for you, all right? Okay, all right. Very good. So, ano pa, from Manila pa rin, okay? The LTFRB o yung ano naman dito sa mga transportation naman dito sa Pilipinas, no? The LTFRB sets new guidelines on passenger capacity para sa Pasko na ito. Okay? The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board o ang LTFRB will implement new guidelines on passenger capacity for public utility vehicles or PUVs starting today, December 9, 2021 hanggang January 4, 2022. Okay? Okay, makinig, no? Ito ay ma-implement starting today po, December 9, up to January 4. Ay, nako. Hold on a second talaga. Nangangatin ang aking ay, talaga. It's flu season kasi. Hindi naman, parang spring. Parang naano kung mga ano. It's itchy and making my nose itch and my throat. Oh no. Anyway, so, in a statement, okay, the LTFRB said its Memorandum Circular number 2021-076, which was released this past Monday, it will allow 70% passenger capacity already sa transportation in the National Capital Region. Okay? The same capacity ng level 2, ng alert level 2. Alright? Same passenger capacity will also be allowed in provinces under Metro Manila Urban Transportation Integration Study Update and Capacity Enhancement Projects. Namely, saang areas to? Sa Bulacan, Cavite, at saka Rizal. Okay? So, 70% na pong capacity ang pwede. So, does this mean also yung train? Lahat ng lahat ng transportation, no? Public transportation, I guess. Whether it's train, bus, or jeep. For regions allowing 50% passenger capacity, for PUVs, PUVs na to, public utility, yun na nga, public utility vehicles. The LTFRB said they may increase their passenger load at 70% if they have 30% vaccination rate this December. So, doon sa mga regions naman that are allowing 70% passenger capacity but have yet to confirm 30% vaccination rate, their regional franchising and regulatory board should submit a memorandum to the board with a certification of vaccination rate from the regional IATF or Department of Health Regional Office. Okay? The LTFRB also set rules on passenger capacity for interregional routes. Okay? Ay, nako, sorry. Ang kati-kati talaga my nose. PUVs going to Metro Manila or public utility vehicles should observe the allowed passenger capacity from their place of origin. Okay? For those coming from NCR, they should follow the capacity in the place of the trip's endpoint. For interregional routes that will not traverse Metro Manila, PUV should follow the lowest passenger capacity in the concerned regions. Okay? The LTFRB also advised minimum health safety protocols for PUVs such as the wearing of face masks inside, prohibition from talking or speaking to phone as well as from eating, good ventilation, regular disinfection, physical distancing, and turning away passengers with COVID-19 symptoms. Okay? So they have the right to turn away mga suspected COVID. Hindi pwedeng pasakayan, I guess. Okay? It also warned operators of such sanctions such as fines and revocation, pending revocation of the license if they fail to observe the guidelines. Okay? So, yun. Yan ang ano dyan, concern. Okay? So, please, still, the protocols of the health protocols. Alright? Mm-hmm. So, all right. So that's the news on the Philippines, the technology things that are happening. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. So, do we have more news on the Philippines regarding technology? What about breakthroughs in technology? Yesterday we talked about possibly developing a COVID-19 vaccine from the Philippines. Diba? Yeah. Hmm. So, do we care to know what Bill Gates thinks? Well, of course we do, right? Mhm. Okay. Hold on a second. So, yeah, we haven't talked much about entertainment and technology with regards to entertainment because the more important issues are the ones that we are discussing, okay? So, I think that's all we have on the Philippines right now, okay? And yeah, so we finished that. Now we're going to talk about other countries naman. Okay, what's happening to other countries right now with regards to technology and how it's affecting them. Uh, Hold on, please. Okay, so alright. I shall remove some of my. Anyway, so I hope that we will see a continuous decline pa of the infections in the Philippines now and around the world actually. Okay. All right. So now uh, the again somebody texts, yeah, regarding the jobs. Okay, we will do that next week. Okay. Kasi we have. Okay, if you want to talk about small and medium businesses, or how they pivot and change using technology. We will also tackle that next week. Lahat about business naman and working next week, okay? Okay, so more news regarding TikTok, okay? TikTok unveils year on TikTok 2021. Sandali lang, ayusin ko lang itong. So, tapos na tayo dito sa Omicron, right? Ito na muna palang Palace to Travel. Okay, Philippines pa rin to. Let's talk about this news item over here. Palace to arriving travelers. Provide accurate information. Okay? Yun ang binamandate ng palace. Okay? Tingnan natin kung ano to. Alright? So the palace is saying that, we should give accurate information when we arrive. Okay? When we come to the country. Importante na, ayan, palace to arriving travelers, provide accurate information, okay? The persistent enemy ang persistent enemy kasi, international travelers wearing personal protective equipment or yung PPE, kasi minsan nakasuot sila ng PPE, di ba? So, pero, di ba, may mga naka-PPE nagbabiyahe, kagaya ng picture na to, right? Pero still, di ba, nakakalusot pa rin yung virus. Kasi like yung sa Australia, galing sa yung kanilang first Omicron patients. From people that came from, I think, South Africa and another country, I forget. But anyway, Malacanang reminded the public, especially authorized travelers arriving from abroad, that providing inaccurate or no travel and medical history information can be grounds for punishment under the Notifiable Diseases Act. Nakalagay po dyan or it states that penalties for anyone who give false information, especially during a public health emergency like this, ongoing pandemic na nga, yan ang mga liable, punishable yun. Okay? Sabi ito ni Cabinet Secretary and Acting Presidential Spokesperson Carlo Nograles. He said this in an interview with CNN Philippines, the source, last Wednesday. The palace official was particularly referring to 8 of the 253 travelers from South Africa, which is the source of the Omicron coronavirus variant, who arrived in our country, in the Philippines, from November 15 to November 29. So hinahanap pa itong lahat na itong mga to na dumating sa ating bansa. Yung 8 na yon that traveled from South Africa, syempre na-infect naman na yung ibang tao sa plane. Yan ang nakakatakot, magbiyahe ng malayo. Kasama mo dun sa enclosed environment ang isang suspected COVID-19 patient or somebody that who's asymptomatic who doesn't even know that he or she has it. That's the scary part, okay? Inaccurate information provided by the travelers was said to be the reason authorities are having a hard time locating them. According to Nograles, law enforcement agencies have been tasked to search for the missing passengers and investigate the matter before their cases are turned over to the courts. Because talaga naman, you should be responsible, right? If you don't care about wearing masks, you're just going about your own business as if there's no virus. Just think about the people you are going to infect, right? The people you're going to contaminate. Okay, kung carrier ka at asymptomatic ka, right? Wala kang pakialam na mag-mask or magpabakuna. Okay? First and foremost, ayaw ko rin silang takuting. I don't want to scare them, he says. Whoever you are, please come immediately and report yourselves. Submit yourselves for testing immediately and report yourselves to the authorities. Sabi ni Nograles, we are not scaring you. We want your cooperation. So ito yung shout out nila dun sa 8 of the 250 travelers from South Africa who are possible carriers of this virus. Okay? So, okay. Bumaba ang mga numbers, good news, okay, pero kailangan pa rin tayong maging vigilant, okay? Kailangan pa rin tayong magmaskara, sorry. But that is the reality, alright? Okay? So, yeah. So, that's that. Okay, and what else now do we have to talk about in the Philippines? Wala na, okay? No more in the Philippines. Now let's talk about other breakthroughs in technology and other news in technology. that we can share. Okay, let's talk about TikTok. Okay, TikTok unveils year on TikTok 2021. In celebration of a 2021 of a kind year made possible by entertainment driven by the community, today TikTok unveils year on TikTok 21. Ano tong TikTok year on 21? It is a year-end report that looks back on the trends, creators, movements, and moments that made this year one to remember in the Philippines and around the world. TikTok is a unique place, of course, where culture starts and where creativity knows no bounds, where anyone can discover, create, and share content that they love. In 2021, over 1 billion people turned to TikTok to be entertained and and share their joys with others and learn new things. There is something really special about the global community on TikTok that people just can't find anywhere else. Ano yun? Talaga? There's one special thing about the global community ng TikTok daw na hindi mahanap kahit saan? Really? Is that true? For us, 2021 was a year for connection. And we've seen people on TikTok laughing together. Pero yun na nga yung TikTok, walang censorship. Minsan, yung mga movements, yung mga dance na alluding to actually sexually enticing people. So, dapat meron din yung filter yung TikTok. Tsaka kasi pati bata nakakagamit, Uh, so, uh, so TikTok is supposed to be entertaining us or starting cultural phenomena and teaching us new things. It has been incredible to see the depths of entertainment and creativity from this community, and we're delighted to celebrate all the ways we have come together this year on TikTok, said Vanessa Papas, Chief Operating Officer ng TikTok. All right? So, importante yan, okay? Kasi yung TikTok is now also being looked at or looked up or being observed just like other social media sites like YouTube. Yung may mga videos kasi, 'di ba? Mas nakaka-affect sa mga lalo na sa kabataan natin today what they see on video. Tapos ginagaya nila, right? So, careful din tayo dapat sa mga materials na lumalabas on TikTok or pinapaalaw nilang lumabas. Kasi some are not teaching the kids naman anything but sayaw-sayaw dyan sa TikTok, young and old alike na addict na sa pagti-TikTok. Alright? I'm just gonna put this online. Okay, hold on. Because we are talking about it lang. Uh-huh. Alright. So I'm just gonna catch this again to just show you what I'm talking about. Okay, please bear with me. And also bear with my itsura today. It's a little bit flat. I didn't wanna do anything so special naman. There you go. Okay. Okay, so this is the year on TikTok that we're talking about. Okay. So to finish up this, okay, to celebrate your own TikTok, okay, starting today, they are launching Ask on TikTok, a new Q&A or question and answer feature inviting you to look back on your most memorable moments in 2021. Simply choose which questions you want to answer about your year in the app. People can choose a question like, what was your 2021 highlight? Or what was your happiest moment of 2021? And answer it in a new creation or by sharing a previous TikTok video. Or gagawa ka ng bago. Depende sa'yo, okay? It's been humbling to see how our community has continued to grow and support one another this year, okay? In the Philippines, we've seen trends start and spread across for you feeds, okay? Food education and entertainment. So yeah, Sa Philippines, nakita natin yung trend na yan, it started spreading, okay, right? For you feeds yan, tinatawag. Food, education, and entertainment content, okay? The community this TikTok community has brought a lot of joy to a lot of people. But then I think they should also be looked at with regards as to the quality of content. If it's harmful for our children, uh, psychologically, what it costs, right? Sana matingnan po natin din closely ang TikTok kasi ito video to eh. Minsan talaga it's already to the border of kalaswaan sometimes. But I think we should just also filter TikTok. What do you think? Right? Uh, all right. So that finishes that article regarding TikTok. Okay. Mhm. On another note, okay, Instagram. Okay, ahead of U.S. Senate hearing. All right. Di ba ang dami-dami ngayong hearing regarding Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, dahil nga sa whistleblower na yan. Pero, Instagram said on Tuesday, it will be stricter, ayan, buti naman, thank you Lord, about the types of content it recommends. Alright? So Jake, what can you say about that? Yang, Angelica, hello Tita Agnes Lakap watching from Batangas now. And my other relatives and to my relatives from Pampanga, thank you so much for that beautiful pre-Christmas dinner we had in the home of my cousin Malu Bautista in Pampanga, right? And my Pampanga cousins, I met them, and then the cousin of my cousin from the side of her mother. Thank you so much for a wonderful evening of conversation and wining and dining. Thank you so much. Anyway, so yun na nga. So ang Instagram ay magta-tighten na rin ang kanilang security measures because of the content that they bring out. Ay, salamat, right? In a blog post, the social media service announced a slew of changes for teen users, lalo na for teens. Instagram head Adam Nasseri is to testify in a congressional hearing on Wednesday about protecting kids online. Because if they were to ask nga America, they do not want to continue or allow Instagram to make an Instagram Junior. Kasi nga, apektuhan yung mga kabataan yung nakikita nila at naririnig eh, right? So Instagram and its parent company, Meta Platforms Incorporated, formerly Facebook, have been under scrutiny over ways their services could cause issues around the mental health, body image, and online safety of young users. Totoo naman yun, no? In a post, Mosseri also said Instagram was switching off the ability for people to tag or mention teens who do not follow them on the app. Mabuti naman. So, hindi ka basta-basta pwedeng mag-tag ng tao na nalagay mo sa app kung hindi naman siya, wala naman siyang katuturan doon or hindi naman siya kinalaman doon, right? He said that starting in January, teen Instagram users would be able to bulk delete their content and previous likes and comments. Mabuti naman. Kung ganon. He said Instagram was exploring controls to limit potentially harmful or sensitive material suggested in teens through its search function, hashtags, and short-form videos, diba? Talaga nga talaga namang naapektuhan ng lahat. Right? So, the blog post also said that on Tuesday, Instagram was launching its Take a Break feature in the United States. Ano naman tong Take a Break na to? So, this Take a Break was launched, okay, in America, in the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia, which reminds people to take a brief pause from the app after using it for a certain amount of time. It said Instagram in March next year, by next year, ng March, Instagram would be launching its first tool for parents and guardians to see how much time their teens spend on the app and set limits. Wow. Thank you, Stan. Thank you for that, right? So yan, mabuti yan talaga, mamamonitor ng mga magulang, lalo na kasi nag-aaral pa rin online. Although may mga news or word has it that schools are going to be opening next year, but that's still wishful thinking, right? Depende, isa survey pa yung parameters, to check pa yung uh, healthy protocols ng lahat, okay, para maging ready, all right? So it said Instagram in March next year would launch its first tool for parents and guardians to see how much time their kids spend on the app and set limits. Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn criticized the company's product announcement as hollow, saying in a statement, Meta is attempting to shift attention from their mistakes by rolling our parental guides, using timers and content control features that consumers could have had all along. Yun na nga, pinapasa yung responsibility sa atin dahil yun, yun nga feeling o tamad yung sa Facebook gumawa nun. An Instagram spokeswoman said it would continue to pause on plans for a version of Instagram for kids. Talaga naman, dapat hindi. Instagram suspended plans for the project in September amid growing opposition to the project. The move followed the Wall Street Journal report that said internal documents leaked by former Facebook employee Frances Haugen showed the company knew Instagram could have harmful mental effects on teenage girls. Ito nga yung pinapagdiinan ni Frances Haugen, yung Instagram. Galit na galit siya dun eh. Na it affects the mental health of the teenage girls. For example, on their views of body image, Facebook has said the leaked documents have been used to paint a false picture of the company's work. So what do you believe in, Francis Hogan's statement or Facebook? It's up to you. State attorneys general and lawmakers had also raised concern about the kid-focused app. Last month, a bipartisan coalition of U.S. state attorney generals said it had opened a probe of Meta for promoting Instagram to children despite potential harms. So yun na nga di ba? Sinabi na natin na baka harmful sa mga kabataan na babae, most of all, yung Instagram. Kaya ayaw pumayag na magkaroon ng Instagram Junior because it's true. We talk about it. Instagram is a place where people post their pictures, sometimes natural, sometimes filtered. But it's all about taking and presenting beautiful pictures of ourselves or of our events on Instagram. Okay, the sad part is there's a growing number of people, which is really a lot cause for concern. And this is the young teenage ladies or young ladies that are that get depressed when they can't post a nice picture on Instagram or when they look at nice pictures saying feeling sorry for themselves that they can't do that. So Instagram really affects the young women because they want to compare themselves to the other posts like, oh, I'm not as pretty, oh my god, I'm not as sexy, I gotta make my post with pictures really nice so people can commend me. So that's the thing, right? Instagram can instill ideas and thought processes sa tao. So I don't think kailangan pa ng Instagram kids. Basta kasi pag Instagram, the magulang should monitor what they're doing on Instagram and other social media channels. So anyway, with that said, okay, I'd like to end this article or news about Instagram, okay, that they are, at least we know and we're happy to know that they are trying to tighten the protection measures of children. Kasi pwede man nilang gawin yon. So whether it's Facebook or mga other brands nitong si Metaverse, please just think about the children, all right? Okay. So we don't have a lot of time for anything else except to say goodbye and to say thank you for joining me today. Excuse me. So tomorrow, hopefully, if I put together the panel, excuse me, sorry, we will be talking about online education and other things that jobs online. But if not, sa Monday na po yun. Alright? Thank you very much for joining me today. This has been a pleasure. Jaye Bautista po para sa inyong lahat, para sa paglilingkod ko at pagsasabi ng impormasyon. At the end of the day, 3 things should remain, my loves. Faith, pananampalataya, hope, pag-asa, and love for everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you to my friends, my regular friends who are always here and watching. Maraming salamat po.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Streamcast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.